3, the moss-covered, 3-handled family Gradunzel.
Well, hello. Welcome to the Rhythm Section, a Memphis music podcast produced by SRP Studios Podcasting, srpstudiosllc.com. Catch new episodes every Tuesday morning on Apple and Spotify, 6 p.m. Central on YouTube and Facebook, and 7:30 p.m. on radio-memphis.com. And please follow us at therhythmsectionpod.com for all channel links and episodes. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Derek. And today, you can, obviously by now you realize Jeff's voice wasn't there. You don't see him on the screen. He's not feeling well. He's been sick all week, lost his voice. He's got that crud that so many of you have out there. It's just a matter of time before I get it. But so filling in today, everybody's friend in Memphis, Mr. Steve Owens, everybody. How are you, sir?
Good. Glad to be here.
Yeah, thanks for doing this. We appreciate your help. And, yeah, man, last minute yesterday texted you. You're like, I'm in.
Yep.
And thank you. I know these cameras sometimes feels like they have teeth on them in the microphones, but you're fighting through because you are our ambassador.
Yes, sir. Try to be.
The energy. So cool. Today's interview is going to be Juno Avent and Donnie Marrs, of course, Juno Marrs.
Yep.
More on them after the ad break. And next week we have Vanessa Sudbury.
Cool.
From Rock the Boat and all kinds of other projects that we talk about.
Yep.
All right, Steve Owens, thanks for being here.
Yes, sir.
I figured this would be an awesome opportunity to dig a little deeper into all the things you got going on that, now, first, thank you for being a sponsor.
Yes,
and
sir.
Supporting us.
Thank you for doing what you're doing.
Well, our pleasure. And I learned that by going to Chick-fil-A. My pleasure, sir. Now this is week 3 of the new season.
Yep.
So the last couple of weeks, you've heard us do an ad for the musicians booking agency and pushing out dates that you've been handing to me each week.
Yep.
But also we want to talk about merch.
Yep.
You see me and I almost said Jeff. Me and Steve are wearing the Memphis Music Family t-shirts. We're going to talk mugs and stickers and logos and all this different stuff. But first, as me and Jeff do, we talk about our experiences when we go out. And I know you were at Neil's last night.
Yes, sir.
To go see Play Some Skinnerd.
Yep.
Tell us about it. How did it go?
It was a great show. Always is. The guys in Play Some Skinnerd are just absolutely great. It's one of those things that if you've never seen them, go see them, close your eyes, and you will travel back in time to a Skinnerd concert. They are that good.
The great Robert Allen Parker is part of that group.
Yep. Robert Allen.
He's like, he is a tribute band
yes.
guy.
He's in, 3 bands, tribute bands?
So Skinnerd, Allman Brothers, Trouble No More,
Yep.
Elevation Memphis.
Tina Turner, yeah.
Elevation Memphis, a Tina Turner Tribute Experience.
And them are the only 3 that I know of off the top of my head.
He's got a new one coming out, though.
Really?
Motel, California, a Memphis
That's
tribute.
That'd be interesting.
I don't have the date in front of me. They do have a page now, so go search Motel, California, a Memphis tribute to the Eagles.
Yeah.
And they have a date coming up at Neil's. Actually, I have it.
It's on your thing.
Oh, that's right. That's right. See, and
got it on the list already.
So we'll get to it.
Yep.
But let's see here. It is, where is it?
Friday night.
Friday the 28th.
Yep.
Boom, Neil's, 8 p.m. But we will repeat that. Yep. Okay, so you offer so much to so many bands.
Right.
You're, like I said, the ambassador. That's what we called you when you're. He's one of our OG guests too, by the way. Very early on, Steve came on the show. I think that was the first time I met you. No,
Yep.
that's wrong.
No,
Second
we had
time
met before. Yep.
we had met at Neil's.
Yep.
And because I knew your interview was coming up, so I was like, hey, let me at least introduce myself to the guy before he jumps into the fire.
Yep.
But that was what we titled you as for that episode,
Right.
Memphis Ambassador, or Memphis Music Ambassador, whatever. But so your musician booking agency will be spoken about in the ad break. So now let's talk about this. The other things that you do for bands, and one of them is merch and T-shirts, and you do hoodies, and then stickers, and you can throw logos and coffee mugs. So let's start with the coffee mug first. I'm currently drinking from the Generation X cup. I'm going to throw a picture up right now with that cup, along with the Rhythm Section podcast cup you've made, and Katrina. And you guys have done, you've done cups for my Real Hernando podcast, SRP Studios. You've done a bunch of different stuff for us. You did our T-shirts. And then you got stickers. I'm going to throw up a picture right now of a Full Metal Jacket.
Racket.
I knew I was going to do that.
You don't remember my name?
5 for the Kill.
You got it right.
Carlos Echoes Band, and then the classic Memphis Music Family sticker. So let's talk about this. So when did you start doing this for bands?
When it's just something to do to help promote the bands. If a lot of people don't think about different things like stickers and whatnot to get the name out there. You're driving down the street and you see a 5 for the Kill sticker on the back of a car. And it catches your eye. So I started looking into it. You guys had approached me about doing stickers for the podcast. And I had somebody local that I had ordered some through just to see how they would turn out. And they turned out good. But I later on learned that there's a couple of companies that I can go through that are cheap. They're good stickers. They're good quality stickers. But the price on them, because they're a big corporation that does it, you can get them a lot cheaper. And whichever one's running the sale when I'm ready to buy some, that's who I buy it from.
And you buy bulk, right? So what do you do, like 50, 100?
Usually anywhere from 200 to 400.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just depending on, what it is. And it's something that I pay for. I don't ask for the bands to pay for it. I don't ask for reimbursement or nothing. It's just something I pay for out of my pocket and go to the band and say, here's 100 stickers, hand them out. And they're like, where the hell did these come from?
You're an angel, man.
I made them. I got them made, and I've got 100 at the house that I'm going to deal with. Here's 100 for you to pass out. You run out, let me know, and whatever I've got left, I'll give to you.
Everyone loves a sticker.
Yep.
And it's a great thing to pass out, like you said.
Yep.
A business card has its purpose, but often in the trash.
Yes.
I'm guilty of this too. But a sticker, where can I put this? And I have a bunch of your stickers in the back of my car. I love them. Guitar cases, you can throw them on
cases,
there.
Amps.
Yeah.
I've seen the Memphis Music Family sticker on all kind of stuff. So,
That's awesome. The mugs. So how much of the mugs? Because I know I hope you're not giving these out too.
No, Katrina does the mugs, all of the sublimation stuff with the coffee mugs and the tumblers. She does all of those. I'm playing with the tumblers. I'm learning. I'm getting more to, I'll do the designs and let her make them and sell them for whatever she wants. I don't even remember what she sells the coffee mugs for.
I think it's $1,000.
Ain't quite that much.
Oh, okay. But they're great looking, and I like the mugs. They're taller. Would these be like 10-ounce mugs, 12-ounce mugs?
You got me in the wrong. I don't have the slightest
Dude, this is
idea.
what I do. I throw people under the bus. This is what we do.
Do I need to
every
call
week.
her and say, hey, he wants to know everything about these mugs. We're live.
I'm surprised she's not here. I never see you guys not together.
She didn't want to get up too early on a Sunday to come do this.
She's like, finally, he's letting me stay home.
Yep. She can have some peace and quiet for a little while.
But the mugs are awesome. I love them.
Thank you.
And then like the Generation X logo, I know Jeff had actually my old graphic designer who did all of the branding for this podcast, did his logo, but then you added the flames around it.
Right.
And let's also mention that you on social media will create posts for bands.
Right.
You use their logos, pre-existing stuff, but you put together a whole, banner or flyer, and post it on your page, your musician's booking agency page.
Right.
And folks, no one asks Steve to do this.
Nope.
Okay, he just does it. Okay, I can't stress that enough. How giving and generous you are with materials, assets, and time.
Right.
And you're out every night. Do you think you go out 7 nights a week?
Not quite. Depending on who's playing.
Man.
If there's good bands playing that I want to go see, yes, I will. And of course, she'll be like, "No, I'm staying home."
Really?
Not happening.
I've never seen you out without her.
Usually during the week, it's hard to get her to go out with me. But Friday and Saturday, I drag her out. Sunday.
She's not here to defend herself
We've had a this is going to be a full weekend. So, yeah, we went Friday night and seen Dave's Not Here. And then last night we went to Neil's for play some Skinner. We went for one set. We left there and went to Hadley's for, it was 30-minute ego, but Music Box, Robbie's sick. Music Box stepped in and took over.
Man, there's a lot of stuff going on out there. It seems like everybody's getting sick. It's a matter of time.
Yeah.
Before my daughter's sick.
Yeah.
She had to call out of work today. It's just a matter of time before it hits me.
Yeah. Robbie Davis, the lead singer of 30-Minute Ego, he's been sick, not feeling good for a couple of days, and yesterday it hit him kind of hard, and he couldn't perform. So we're praying for you. We're thinking about you. Yeah,
Jeff was a trooper last night. Generation X had their debut
at
showing.
Mulligan 64. Yes,
there you go. He doesn't sing, so that's a whole other ball of wax there. Right. I get if when the singer's sick and loses their voice.
Right.
No. And we totally respect that. Or anyone that doesn't want to. If anyone's sick and you cancel a show because you're really sick, we get it.
Right.
Last year I had pneumonia and we had to take 2 weeks off the show. I mean, it just is what it is.
Yep.
But Jeff fought through in probably one of the smokiest bars in Memphis.
Yes.
Not trying to throw shade. Just,
in Memphis.
Hashtag facts.
I think that's probably one of the only smoking bars left in Memphis. Yes.
But he got through it. I texted him this morning. He said it was a great crowd. Cool. Really happy with the turnout. The show went great. His band members, pulled for him, and it was a good night. Other than just not being able to breathe and speak and just feeling like crap. So, but get better soon, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
He'll be back next week.
Also.
He will be back next week.
Cool.
But yeah, let's hit some ads, shall we?
Cool.
Let's do it. Bam. I'm going to apologize. See, I'm already.
Dooble.
I was fixing to apologize to everyone because I have to read all of the ads, and as you already can tell, you know me, Steve. I'm not as dumb as I sound. At least I hope you don't think that.
Nope, not at all.
More Loud proudly pays tribute to the king of surf guitar, Dick Dale. Guitarist Jason Moore captures Dale's signature sound with aggressive, fast, and highly rhythmic playing, featuring rapid alternate picking, heavy reverb, and a powerful staccato attack that defined Dick Dale's sound. In addition to honoring Dick Dale, More Loud performs instrumental rock and roll versions of classics like Smoke in the Water, Louie Louie, and House of the Rising Sun, all infused with that unmistakable Dick Dale energy. Coming spring 2025, More Loud will release his original EP, Louder Than Life. New singles, Finish Line and Paradiso, are out now. Visit moreloud.com for music updates and more. That is MOORELOUD.com. All right. Area 51 is one of the premier bands in Memphis and North Mississippi, bringing you songs from classic artists such as Boston, Van Halen, Styx, and Stone Temple Pilots. Be sure to check out a show and enjoy the Joshine level, slick, dewy sounds of Area 51. Friday, March 14th, Dan McGinnis, 9 p.m. Friday, March 22nd, Lafayette's, 9 p.m. And Friday, March 29th, Hadley's, 8 p.m. 3 Fridays in a row right there. Check them out, y'all. Follow them on Facebook at Area 51 Memphis. Our good friend David Griffin from David Griffin Audio. Bands, I'm talking to you. Are you ready to take your show to the next level? David Griffin Audio brings big sound, bright lights, flames, and sparks to every event. From private parties to festivals, fairs, clubs, and even poolside and patio gigs. Experience the largest QSC system in the area with David Griffin Audio. No job is too big or too small. Follow him on Facebook at David Griffin Audio for updates. Book it now. Call 901-299-1344 or email davidgriffinaudio@gmail.com. Bring the energy, bring the show. Steve, David Griffin Audio.
Always.
I wrote that myself. Looking. Oh, here we go. Here we go, Steve. The Musicians Booking Agency, courtesy of one Steve Owens. Are you looking for the best live music in Memphis? I always do. Well, Steve Owens and the Musicians Booking Agency connect top bands with the hottest venues in town. Whether you're a band looking for gigs or a venue needing incredible talent, the Musicians Booking Agency has you covered. So stay in the loop. Follow on Facebook at the Musicians Booking Agency for updates and upcoming shows and new artists. Memphis music starts here. Do not miss out. Contact Steve Owens at 901-870-6846 if you're a band wanting to find some work. If you need a sticker, if you need a t-shirt, if you need coffee mugs, if you need a tumbler, if you need a ride to the gig, if you need someone to carry all of your amps, Steve Owens is the man. All right.
Most of the time. I'm getting old. I can't carry stuff anymore.
Okay, rapid fire here. Wednesday, February 26th. Happy birthday to Steve and Katrina Owens' daughter, Brittany Humphrey.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you.
very cool.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Brittany. Friday the 28th. Big Wheel makes their debut at Roosters Highland, 9 p.m. Full Metal Racket.
Hold on.
Jump on it. Hey, this is your ad, brother. You speak up.
I meant to tell you that. I was just informed yesterday that it is 10-1 instead of 9-12 at Roosters Friday night.
For Big Wheel.
For Big Wheel.
So they start at 10.
10-1.
10.
Yes.
Did they augment their weekend hours? They start
Yes.
at 10 now?
So now your Fridays and Saturday nights are 10-1. Everything else is 9-12.
9 to 12. Okay, so 10 p.m. on Friday the 28th for Big Wheel at Roosters. Full Metal Racket, Hadley's 8 p.m. Midnight Train are at Shake Rag, 8 p.m. 30-Minute Ego will be at Mulligan 64 and 9 p.m. And Motel California, a Memphis tribute to the Eagles, will be at Neil's debut show, by the way, 8 p.m. Saturday, March 1st, Bruce Key, Woodchucks in Senatobia, 8 p.m. And Your Mom's New Boyfriend will be at Hadley's, 8 p.m. All right, now Sunday, March 2nd, Scott Sudbury and his original project will be at Neil's at 8 p.m. And The Unnamed Project, it's a new one, Hadley's, 5:30 p.m. Monday, March 3rd, Butcher Babes, Dead, Roses Unread, and Ripkin at Growlers. Doors open at 6 p.m. Show starts at 7 p.m.
That will be a metal show.
Well,
I went in looking at DED Dead, and I watched probably about 6 videos. They are absolutely great, but it is metal. They were on tour with Korn.
really?
Yes.
Yeah. So
they are great. They are really, really good. I've never heard of them before, and now that I watched a couple videos, I'm going to have to get into them. They're really good.
when you call your name Dead,
Yeah.
it's certainly not hippie music.
Nope.
But I had to ask you because it's spelled
Right.
D-E-D.
Yeah.
But I was like, hey, how do they pronounce this? Is it? Do they announce the letters D-E-D or is it Dead or whatever? But it's Dead. We confirmed.
I had to find an interview somewhere of them saying, "Hey, this is so and so from Dead," and I was like, "Okay, there it is.
There you go, Derek.
said it. I know what it is."
So in order to read it properly, I wrote it as Dead. So, all right, one more out here. We got DeSoto Local. DeSoto Local is a digital advertising network throughout DeSoto County. They have moved the outdoor billboard concept indoors to high-traffic areas, connecting local businesses to their customers through their network of indoor digital billboards in over 30 locations. Their indoor billboards are in popular places all over town. From restaurants to gyms and doctors' offices to auto repair, you will be seen everywhere your customers go. The screens display full-motion ads for the businesses hosting the screen, ads for the local businesses advertising on the screens, and any other relevant content like the Rhythm Section podcast, which will be coming on those screens very soon. Advertise your business with DeSoto Local. Contact Brandy Faulkner today at 901-831-3212 and visit DeSotoLocal.biz for more information.
Those screens, those TVs really do make a difference.
Yeah.
I mean, you're sitting in a restaurant and you look up and you see it, and it's just
there.
You're captured to it, and you sit there and start watching all the ads, and it burns into your head of all these. Hey, I need a plumber.
Yeah, it's
Go.
right there. And they're really good-looking ads. They're 20 seconds long, and there's a max of 15 minutes. So you're guaranteed to, at the longest, repeat your ad every 15 minutes, all day, every 15 minutes.
That's good.
And
That's good.
I don't want to, I know Brandy, I know about her stuff, but I don't want to get things wrong. But there's also minimum, I forget the term, but she only puts screens in locations that have a minimum amount of traffic, people, eyeballs, whatever you want to say. And it's a big number. So, they're only at the big high volume places that will definitely see those ads. So
she is definitely knows what she's doing in the market that she's in.
That's right. You know Brandy.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. You know Brandy. Yeah, she's a good friend of mine. So her and I have been collaborating for over a year now because of the Real Hernando.
Right.
Another trade.
Right.
SRP Studios has an ad in trade of her sponsorship on the Real Hernando. But then I'm like, hey, we need to bring you in on the Rhythm Section podcast so then we can get that advertising as well. So coming soon.
Yep.
All right. Today, Juno Avent and Donnie Marrs. You know them.
Yes, sir.
Juno Marrs. You all know them. You love them. If you don't know them, get to know them and you'll still love them. First, prayers to Juno's wife, Christina Avent, because she is battling cancer right now. And I'm only bringing it up because they're purposely making it public.
Right.
Juno's sort of doing like a blog along with it or a vlog.
Right.
So as a way for people to experience it, it might help other people as they see and they'll learn from it every step of the way. This is, Christina's just now starting treatment. So I feel comfortable talking about it because they're definitely making it public.
Right.
But prayers to Juno and Christina and your whole family. We hope this is a speedy recovery and we can get on the other side of this. So prayers to you all. Yes. As you can imagine, Steve, Juno and Donnie have been a part of a lot of things together, but especially Juno, because he's done all kinds of different projects. He too does T-shirts and different
hats
stuff, hats. Yep.
Yeah.
So of course we talked about that on the show as well. But we start the show off with the cow tippers. Are you familiar, Steve Owens, with the cow tippers?
I've heard of it, never seen it, never partook in it. I have no idea. No.
Well, I've never tipped a cow over, but there was a band one time way back when that was called the Cow Tippers.
Now that one missed me.
It was 2 nights at the Horseshoe. How did that not hit your radar?
I have no idea. I actually missed something.
It was Chip Doty and Chip Edelman, Mudflap King meets Juno Marrs with me in the middle as the bass player. But it was a thrown together thing.
Right.
I think it was, they reached out to Juno, said, hey, we need a 5-piece for the weekend. What do you got?
Right.
So Juno worked it all out, and I got an opportunity to play with them for a weekend. It was fun. But yeah, we were called the Cow Tippers. That was just a name they threw out there. So, legendary band of 2 nights at the Horseshoe. Of course, Gabby Johnson. Right now,
everybody knows Gabby Johnson.
You know Gabby Johnson. You mentioned before we turned the mics on something about them and Katrina. Let's talk about Gabby a little bit.
Yeah, Katrina, around about the time that we met, Gabby was, I guess, pretty much big in the area, and she was a huge fan of Gabby Johnson.
Oh, they were nonstop for 18 years, as we learned. I mean, they were full-time.
I never really, I guess, got into them or heard of them or whatever. I was more into the more harder rock stuff, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And she had a CD of theirs, and I mean, she had all the early, the Gabby Johnson and Lord Tracy, all of that stuff. And she actually used to cut, I could be wrong, but I want to say it's Donnie's hair.
Okay.
When he had hair.
He had hair one time?
I want to say it was him. It may have been the lead singer. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But she used to work at a hair salon at 301 and Goodman Road.
Okay.
And she used to cut one of the members' hair there.
Okay. Might have been Travis.
Way back when.
I got to know, I didn't get to know them back in 2006, but that's when I discovered them.
Right.
When I used to play at Tunica way back when. I believe he was bald then, too.
Yeah. This was back, 90, 94, 96-ish.
Yeah. Oh, probably even before Gabby, or no? Gabby was...
No, Gabby was in.
Yeah, that's right. They started young.
'Cause me and her met in 91, and she was...
And it was love ever since.
She already knew who they were. So.
Love at first sight, right, Steve?
Yeah, buddy.
you know how to answer that question.
Yeah, buddy. Rascals.
Oh, really? That's where y'all met?
Yep.
Okay.
I was working with Jade and met her at Rascals. So, yep.
All right, man. Awesome. So, yeah, you guys have been together for a minute.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So I think by this time, Steve, it's okay that she stays home once in a while. Okay. Stop being so pushy. Right, Katrina?
She don't want me out by myself. She got to go with me.
But we talk about also how Donnie and Juno met and started playing together, and they've been friends forever, literally playing gigs with each other for over 30 years, even starting before Gabby. But then Gabby comes to an end, and that's when Juno Marrs starts coming together, because Juno and Donnie were like, well, we still want to play.
Yep.
So they started doing this duo thing, and perfect name.
Yep.
It's Juno Marrs with 2 R's, by the way, and they have a Facebook page. And then, of course, throughout all these years, Juno, he's just a hustler, right? He's an entrepreneur. He's always trying to put projects, well, not trying, he does.
Yep.
Put great projects together like Kid Ego, Triple Annie, FuriousGeorge, which also has Donnie Marrs in it.
Right.
Then Donnie talks about his time playing with Casey Johns, who's a country artist that's from here, but now she's making waves in Nashville.
Yep.
And then I open it up for Donnie to rant about the Cowboys a tad. He was very passionate about that. But, you know, look, it was a fun interview. We learned a lot about those guys. I hope people learn something new, about them, because they're very, everyone knows Juno and Donnie.
Yeah.
But hopefully they learn something new.
We've seen them a few times, and even though they're a duo, it don't sound like a duo. It sounds like a full band. They have a great sound. And
Donnie usually comes with a very stripped down drum kit, but has a way to fill that sound. So yeah, but between the two of them, it's great. It's a great duo.
Yep.
Often, with the exception of I'm not going to pretend I know all the duos out there. But you got Daphne and Chris. Well, Daphne brings the percussion. She brings the cajon and some tambourine. Fills the sound. It's really nice.
Right.
So it's a little different than your typical duo where it's just acoustics.
Right.
But very cool. Well, man, thanks for doing this, Steve.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Man, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Steve Owens, thank you for all that you do, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're a huge part of Generation X, too, so you helped my brother Jeff out with all that, what you've done for all the bands that we've seen, but then now what you're doing for this show. So thanks for being a partner with us and helping us out and supporting this cause here. We're grateful. Thank you
for having me. Thank you for having me.
All right. You did a pretty good job. I might have to...
I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with you.
I might have to have a talk with Jeff. Be like... Got some competition now, Jeff. No, just kidding.
I ain't that good. I got a long way to go to get up there to Jeff level.
Jeff level. I mean, your goatee is surpassing him, though. Yeah, for sure.
So, just to throw out a couple more things.
Well, yes,
Friday night, don't forget, Big Wheel debut at Roosters. Please, everybody, get out. Let's pack the place.
10 p.m.
If you have not been to Roosters, come out, check the place out. It's $5 cover.
Okay.
It is a great place. Free parking. It's a very nice place.
You park in the back?
I park in the back. There's parking in the back. When you turn in to go to the back, there's a parking lot right there, or you can park out front on the street. Okay, very good. Highland Strip. And that place has really changed a lot in the past 10 years or so. It's really come a long way. It's completely renovated. Yeah. It's real nice over there. It's a beautiful area now. So check it out. 10 p.m. again. 10 p.m. Time change, 10 p.m. All right. Big Note Lessons offers one-on-one and group guitar, bass, keys, drums, and voice lessons. Excuse me. And you can get a free lesson. Free first lesson for anyone. No obligation. Plus, you can enjoy a free tour of the school and a consultation. Visit BigNoteMusicLessons.com. Complete that submission form on the home screen and start your musical journey today. BigNoteMusicLessons.com. And start your Radio Memphis day with In the Morning with Rick and Monica from 9:30 to 2 p.m. Central for a wild ride of fun segments like News from the Stupid, That Guy, This Guy, Crime Time, and much more. Radio Memphis, where the planet tunes in to hear what Memphis sounds like
radio-memphis.com. And as always, follow us at therhythmsectionpod.com for all of our channels. And thank you to the people that have donated to the show in the past and present. We appreciate you, much like Steve's support. Your support goes further than you would imagine. You can donate to our tip bucket by clicking our Venmo and CashApp links in the description, or search the Rhythm Section Pod on either app. And one last time, the Rhythm Section streams on radio-memphis.com every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Central. Woo! Again, Steve Owens, you are the man. Thanks for jumping in.
Thank you.
Jumping into the fire like you did. We appreciate you. And all of you, please enjoy our interview with Juno Avent, Donnie Marrs. It is Juno Marrs with 2 R's. Take care, everybody.
Yeah, we live right down the street from each other.
Same street.
16
cool.
houses down.
That's so sweet.
I know.
That's so cute.
And yet we never practice.
We will next Tuesday.
When you have a gig.
I mean, the cow tippers didn't practice.
That's right.
And that was perfection.
Well, we only been together for 29 years. So
Yeah, I don't necessarily need to practice, but I'd like to,
Arrange.
maybe just.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Somebody asked me something about
What a waste of time.
how do you decide which songs to learn? I'm like, well, tonight you requested Lovin', Touchin', Squeezin', and we've never done that. Now we do.
Yeah.
So we did it, and it wasn't terrible.
It wasn't
It
bad.
wasn't
Nah,
good, but it wasn't terrible. And if it's not terrible when I'm literally reading the lyrics
Right.
and the chords, then that means it has potential.
Sure.
Add it to the list.
Sure.
Yeah.
And guess what? This show has started. I'm keeping all of that. So
Nice.
welcome to the show, everyone.
Awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, Juno Marrs in the house. Yes. What's up, guys? Good seeing y'all again.
Good to see you, sir.
Great to be here.
We mentioned the cow tippers here.
Yeah.
I think that's the last time I've
Probably so.
seen you,
Yeah,
Juno.
Probably.
You know,
I mean,
and-
I've seen you on this. I've watched several episodes
and
of
I
this.
follow you, and thank you for that. But of course, we follow you guys. We see your shenanigans. But Donnie, I think you and I bumped into each other a while back
yeah.
at Dan McGinnis.
Playing with Derek Joseph. We did that together. For a little bit.
I mean, as far as playing, yes.
Oh, yeah.
But I
Bumping
think
into each other,
randomly we bumped into each
Right.
other at Dan McGinnis.
How many
last
other bands
year.
did they have booked that night?
Oh,
Don't get me started.
oh, I see.
Don't go there.
Oh, I know.
I just squirreled.
I don't know who was supposed to play there that night, but
I can't remember the band, but I mean, we got Juno Marrs. Of course, we're going to talk about. We got to hit Gabby Johnson, obviously.
Yes, sir.
And then Triple Annie, FuriousGeorge. I want to bring up Casey Johns. And I want to also talk about your stuff, Juno, like
Okay.
your apparel and your photography and everything. But we got to start with the cow tippers. I mean, we got to open up with a bang. Here.
I know nothing
I
of
agree.
the cow tippers. I'm about to learn all of it.
hey, that was a fun couple of weekends.
Yeah.
It was.
It was just 2 nights,
Yeah.
at least with me.
Was it a casino gig,
Unless
or-
you played without me.
No, we didn't. It was at the Horseshoe.
This is a
Okay.
horseshoe. So
Yeah.
so it was Chip Edelman and Chip Doty,
Yep.
Juno and Donnie and myself. And I forget how it all started. I think
have no idea.
I think either one of the Chips reached out to me, said, "Hey, you available this weekend? We're doing this thing with Juno and Donnie at the Horseshoe." I was like, "Sure." And then we just showed up, played Friday, Saturday at the Horseshoe, just fucking pulled everything out of our ass, and
It was awesome.
It was awesome. It was
It
fun.
was awesome.
We're going to have a reunion.
That's right.
So it's the Mud Flap Johnson podcast.
Yeah.
No, it was Juno Marrs meets Chip and Chip with some other guy.
Right.
And there is a picture out there in the internet,
Somewhere. Yeah.
in the web sphere,
Okay.
of Donnie's drum head with an upside down cow printed and just
It was
stuck to taped sideways on the drum
Yeah.
head. And we were the cow tippers, but that was a lot of fun.
That was good.
And it's the only time I've had a chance to play with you, Juno. But Donnie and I have played a bunch.
Any
Nice.
idea what year that was?
Gosh,
Because I have no idea.
4 or 5 years ago.
No.
Maybe.
more than that.
More than that.
COVID was
Oh, yeah.
COVID was 4 years ago.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
the number that hits my head is 2016, maybe somewhere in there. It's
I
a
have
long
no
time
idea.
ago. Yeah,
No clue.
but yeah, Jeff, Donnie did some Derek Joseph stuff with
Cool.
us back in the day. You and I played with Frank Caswell
Yep.
a while back at Newbies.
Damn.
Yeah. And I have the worst memory in the
forgot
world,
about that.
and I'm already remembering this stuff. But yeah, man, I've always enjoyed playing with you. Juno didn't so much, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're two solid players, so I mean, I don't.
no, we've always been like, man,
I try
great
not to
playing
do
with
too
you.
many drum rolls, so I try
Oh,
to.
dude, you're meat and potatoes,
kick
man.
it.
You're right there.
I try to kick and snare it on
Yeah.
them. So.
You should teach Jeff something.
Yeah. I need work.
I will say this. I know we're early we're not talking about Gabby yet, but I freaking love
Don't
this guy.
cry.
Yeah.
Don't cry.
Yeah, don't cry.
This-
don't get teary-eyed.
This drummer right here, I used to think, and I was young. I'm a lead
beautiful.
guitarist, so I play too much. I play too fast, too many notes, too loud. All of the things that go with a lead guitarist. I am that personified, right?
And you usually do it like
So
on your back.
Yeah.
even
Do you still fold?
Exactly.
Do you still fold your full body backwards, parallel to the floor?
The issue I have with that now is that I sing 98% of the songs in triple eight.
Has nothing to do with age. You can still pull that shit
I'm
off.
pretty sure I could still do it.
That's awesome.
I haven't done it because I'm singing way too much, which gets on my nerves. But anyway, back when I was young and stupid, I always wanted Donnie I might have even asked him to do something crazy
Right.
on the drum.
Right.
And he's like, and now that I'm a little
That's pretty
more
wild.
science,
Right.
I'm a little more seasoned,
Yeah.
this guy's freaking
Yeah.
a dream.
That's
And
what you
there's
want.
Dream drummer right here.
And there's times you roll in, Donnie, with a kick, snare, and a hi-hat, and that's it. Maybe a ride, right?
He don't even bring his hi-hat to some of our gigs.
Some of our
Really?
gigs, like I'll just play like a snare, tom, and a crash,
Yeah.
and use my hot rods. Use it for a ride on a crash.
Yeah.
And he uses the
uses
hot
the little
rods
rim.
on the rim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
fantastic.
fill it up.
It's
Sometimes
just
I
the
use a
greatest.
suitcase for
Yeah,
a
I've
kick.
seen that. Actually, I'm going to put a picture up right now because I go pull up pictures from Facebook to add to the show, and there's one with you. Bam! I'll put it up right now with Casey Johns. With you.
Yeah.
You guys are standing together, for the picture, but you have that suitcase kit.
I love it. It's simple. I put
Yeah.
2 little door stoppers on the front of it to keep it from moving. It sounds just like a kick.
Yeah.
So since we're professing love here, let's go back. So obviously is I can't say obviously. Is Gabby Johnson the first thing y'all do together?
No.
No.
Okay,
it
let's go
wasn't.
pre-Gabby.
We've been playing together for 29 years. So
Okay, let's go.
We met. So my best friend growing up was a guy named Brad Shelton. So he would always say, "Man, we were kids, teenagers. You got to be in a band with Juno." He came to school at a pep rally with a Marshall stack, and he played the national anthem, and it was awesome. You got to be in a.
He levitated to the floor.
He's like, "You got to be in a band with Juno." So I'm like 15 or 16. I'm like, "Yeah, okay." So Juno was like a myth. I didn't know Juno.
The man,
So
the myth, the
we
legend.
went to me and Brad went to Saturday morning wrestling,
Nice.
and Joey, the bass player from
Joey McBride.
McBride,
Yeah.
me and Joey grew up playing Pee Wee ball together,
Okay.
and Juno were at wrestling. So I met Juno at Championship Wrestling on Channel 5.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
So then
Was it? Oh yeah. Was it? It was the Rusty Lemons project.
it was the Rusty Lemon and
Right.
301 South.
So that was, I think, Rusty.
It's me, you, Alan Johns,
I think
Philip Rhines.
Rusty literally hired me for a gig,
Uh-huh.
and it was the kind of thing where we practiced and practiced.
How
and
old are
practiced
you
and
here?
practiced.
I mean,
16, 17?
teenagers. I mean, young.
I don't. I feel like I was. I don't know. Maybe I was still in high school. I don't remember. I don't know. But he hired me for a gig, and we practiced and practiced and practiced, and it eventually played like for somebody's birthday party or something, and practiced and got another gig. And so we ended up having 5 gigs. I don't know. I don't even remember. But the gig that he hired me for was the Collierville Town Square thing. And through practices and rehearsals and meeting Donnie, we did a lot of country. He was country
Yeah.
at that time. And not a fan of the country.
Yeah, we understand.
And
we aren't either
Donnie-
anymore.
Now he says that. He says that, and half of our show at Juno Marrs is classic country.
Gotcha.
I don't.
He doesn't like new country,
Yeah,
but he likes the
We pick on
Haggard.
Jason Aldean all the time on this show.
Okay.
So there's the Aldean.
He likes
style
Haggard and
stuff.
Cash and all that.
Yeah.
So-
the good stuff.
Which I like playing too.
Donnie had on a. This is so dumb. Donnie had on a Rock 103 T-shirt,
Okay.
and I was like, "You listen to Rock 103?"
You're my friend.
He's like, "Yeah, dude, I love the Eagles." I was like, "Let's start a band that's not this band." And so there it goes.
All right, let's
And
leave.
he knew Travis, I knew Joey. Blah blah blah.
Oh, so that's how.
I
That's
think
the
we were
beginning of Gabby.
I
Okay.
think we were in the middle of a practice or something when you said that, and I was like, all right, we just broke down and left.
We did, yeah, yeah.
And we were in my backyard playing the night that Gabby really formed.
Okay, so
That's true. I forgot about that one.
so the four of you get together and just start rehearsing and decide let's do this thing. And
This is how it went. We were at my parents' house, my house. I was meeting Travis. We were just
Okay.
like, hey, let's just see if we can do some songs. I got a phone call.
Because I have a friend who's friends with my sister who wants to be in a band, so we'll come over.
okay,
It's
Landline.
Travis.
My mom's like, somebody's on the phone. So I go in, I pick up the phone. Y'all remember landline?
of course, yeah.
Been a minute.
And a guy
the
was
80-foot cord so you can walk around the house.
Theirs was like 200 feet long.
a guy was like, I heard you're in a new band, and he wasn't even talking about Rusty's band. He was talking about this band because we Donnie said, I know a guy, blah blah blah. So I was like, I'm in a band. Was not a band yet. I just met Travis that day. I was like, yeah, we got a band. He's like, we got a birthday party this weekend. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. And freaking Gabby Johnson was not only born, but we, at that point, played every weekend for the next 18 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
I still have a set list somewhere from that party. It's like 16 songs, and we did them for like 4 hours.
That was misery. That was so bad. We didn't take mic stands. We didn't,
think
it was just so
I
bad.
forgot my kick pedal. I had to go back to Twin
was
Lakes
so
and get
bad.
it. We were in Hernando.
It was so bad.
We forgot everything.
But it was the start.
They're like, is this y'all's first gig? We're like, yeah,
For sure.
it is.
Can you tell?
Well, the first time that I saw you guys in Gabby, I don't remember who took me there, but I somehow ended up at a little place at the corner of Goodman and 51. It's called Bobo's or
Yes.
Bobo's.
Yeah, Bobo's.
Babos.
And you guys were playing there. And I was floored, man. You guys were really stellar. And you had, at that point, you already had some CDs out with original music on it. I got 2 or 3 of those that night from you guys and
Thank you, sir.
wore them out after that. And it was good stuff.
My first introduction was the Gold Strike
Okay.
in 06 because I had just started playing Tunica. I was in Nashville at the time, and Tunica was one of our road stops. We did Horseshoe and the Grand back when that was around, before it was Harris. Replays. Remember the replay
Yeah,
stage?
yeah.
So anytime we played the Horseshoe, we'd walk over to the Gold Strike because that was the better place to listen to music. And that's where you guys were. And I was like, look at that fucking guy bend over backwards. For real. And we're like, what is this? And you guys were awesome. Yeah. And anytime you guys were playing and we were next door, we'd come over and catch y'all.
appreciate that.
Yep.
2006 was a good year.
Yeah. Well, I know when 2008 hit, the casino deal changed dramatically. And it went from week-long gigs to weekends to one night, and it just crushed everybody.
Yeah.
So, do you guys know the Hit Boot Joe guys?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the same year for me to meet all those guys.
We were playing at I don't think we were playing. For some reason, I went down to Gold Strike.
Get on the mic.
And
There you go.
for some reason, I went down to Gold Strike, and they were playing, and it was like you said, it used to be week long, like Tuesday through Sunday or whatever. And I think it was a Tuesday, and I'm just sitting there, and they're playing, and I'm like, I thought that I just discovered the next Rascal Flatts.
Yeah.
So like I started texting people. I'm like, have y'all ever seen this band Hit Boot Joe? And they're like, oh yeah, we've been seeing them, blah, blah. And I'm like, I thought I was new to the game, but they were like
Yeah.
unbelievable.
They got established at the Beaurivage.
Easy for you to say.
You're the only, you need I'm the one that I need to talk to.
And Katrina
Yeah,
uprooted them.
right.
So they ended up being the house band at the strike for a while. So they were there every week. But yeah, they brought in all their originals. They had a fiddle player. They had the whole thing.
Yeah,
Who is this?
Graham.
Hip Boot Joe.
Yeah.
Yes,
Graham on fiddle was
Yep.
unbelievable.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that entire band was phenomenal.
They were all great.
Keyboard player's name. What was his name? He ended up playing with Journey for a while.
Travis.
Travis, that's
Yeah.
it. Yep. Yep. He played with Journey for a minute.
Neat.
For a hot minute.
We had lunch the day that they played over here at Snowden. We had lunch downtown, and I asked him, I said, do you have any freedom in that band? He said, no.
Yeah.
I said, you're a robot? And he said, I'm a robot.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I play the same thing, same attitude every night
And that's with who?
with Journey.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was with
Yeah.
Journey. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in that act until Neil got enough of his shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Seems like the common denominator.
it's going to be a very easy band to be a part of. No drama in that band.
No.
That's true.
No drama.
No.
So how quickly does Gabby just start firing off?
Very.
Like you said, I mean, immediately,
Very.
not
Pretty
18
much.
years later.
Yeah, I mean, we did birthday parties and backyard stuff for
Sure.
maybe a few months.
So
And
for
just playing classic rock.
Yeah,
for people who may not be familiar, who were the other guys in Gabby?
Travis Russell was lead singer, and
Okay.
Joey McBride,
Okay.
bass player.
And Joey now is with
Joey's
Aces
with
Wild.
Aces Wild.
And those guys work
They
hard.
play a lot, yeah.
man, they're
A
awesome.
lot of private
They're really
stuff.
good. Mhm.
Yep.
They make lots of money.
They do.
And I think Travis
Three-piece.
isn't Travis now a worship leader?
He was. Now he's just a soccer dad.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah.
Cool.
His
Good
kids
for him.
got to the age where it was, he was missing stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
They-
feel that.
A
Yeah,
lot of soccer on Sundays and stuff. And so
Get it?
I get it too.
he's took a little step back from that part and
I know
being
you,
a soccer and baseball dad.
when you guys really started pumping, though, you eventually got a van and trailer, and you guys toured or played regionally, right? How far out were you guys going?
I used to tell people 8 hours because we did, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Dallas, Lake Charles. We didn't go north very much.
Did you do casinos south in Mississippi, like Vicksburg, Philadelphia, Mississippi?
We did Philadelphia.
Yeah, same
We
here,
did. In Lake Charles had a casino, and we played. Upper
Biloxi.
Peninsula of Michigan,
Yeah.
and
I've been up there.
We
Was
used
it
to go to
it
the
Chip-Ins? Was it up near Escanaba?
it was
No,
right on the other
it
side
was-
of the bridge.
It was like
Yes.
Hessel and
uptown.
Hardy.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hassel.
Little place called the Islander.
Okay.
A buddy of ours named Kurt was from up
Dude,
there. And he lives here now.
We used to play in Escanaba, man. It's such a hike. It's crazy up
We
there.
almost died. We almost died on
Yeah,
the way up there.
yeah.
I almost killed Gabby Johnson.
So
2
you're
or 3 in the
driving.
morning. Oh, it was great.
Did you fall asleep
I'm
while
in, the
driving?
bridge.
I'm in the passenger side.
No, I wasn't asleep. So that was I want to say it was like a 22-ish hour drive. And there was 5. We had a sound guy. So there's 5 of us. We would just 3 or 4 hours, 3 or 4, whatever.
Right.
And we get to the Mackinac Bridge. And the van just starts doing this. And I didn't normally, Roy, our sound guy, drove 90% of the time. I drove half of 1% of the time.
Right.
So I didn't want to do it anyway.
Might as
get
well
up there,
kill everybody.
You
I
get
don't
up
really
there
want
and
to drive.
the wind starts blowing the trailer, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. We've been driving for 22 hours. We're minutes from our destination.
Yeah.
And the van, everybody's asleep. The van starts doing this. Everybody wakes up, and nobody is even talking it, and we're just
Just
the
fishtailing.
van.
He's not doing it justice.
No.
So
We almost.
I'm in the
we,
passenger side, and I wake up because I'm being flopped around like a fish out of water. And so we look up, and like all you see is a trailer, van,
Yeah.
trailer.
It was.
Oh.
I've done this.
Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, and I'm like,
So you're
we're
jackknifing
we're gonna
back
die.
and forth.
We're about to
And
go
so-
off the bridge.
I'm guessing it's ice here.
So I didn't
Frozen
know.
Ice?
This is
No.
in August. So
No,
what the fuck is going
it
on
was
then?
just I
the
guess
trailer,
height of
the way the
bridge.
trailer was loaded.
we didn't
I'm
have
sure.
a sway bar
Yeah.
connected. So
But anyway, I slowly braked, and nobody in the van said anything. Everybody was just like, and then it stopped, and we all just went,
Thank you, God.
and then I just
we just kept on going.
Mentioned nothing of it.
8 minutes later, we're there.
I had a very
Everyone steps out and their pants
like,
are wet.
We're like, did we almost die? And we're like, yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah, I did this on a much smaller scale with my dad's truck and just a trailer that I had behind it one time. I think I was maybe 16, 17 years old. I had no business pulling a trailer anyway, and we had loaded sand onto the trailer, and it was all like up front. we didn't have it distributed.
Yeah.
So I'm going down the road and it starts doing exactly what you're talking about. And once it gets to a certain point, there's not shit you can do.
Right.
It just takes over.
Yeah.
I ended up off the road in a ditch, hit a tree.
Dad must have been very happy about
Total
this.
Dad's truck. He was not happy.
Ooh.
Yeah, if we'd have fell off the Mackinac Bridge, we would.
It would have been really bad.
Yeah.
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 Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Fulp has just joined the
Hey,
show.
how y'all doing? Good to see y'all. Good to see you. Good to see you.
For the listeners, Donnie took his hat off and poof,
Yeah.
Here I
Donnie
am.
Marrs. I mean, Jimmy Fulp. I got that wrong.
Fulpy Marrs.
You don't remember my name?
Fulpy Marrs.
So how long of a run did Gabby have? How many years did you
Okay,
guys play?
so our very first gig was in '97, and our last one I think was in 2015, maybe.
Okay.
So
And we've been doing this for 9 years. 9 or 10 years, Juno Marrs.
Yeah. Wow. Really?
Yeah. I saw a picture
No
on
doubt.
Facebook. A Facebook memory popped up, and I'm like,
Wow.
9 years? I'm like, what?
I mean, we got a logo and everything.
Oh, it couldn't be the more perfect name.
true.
It's just genius.
We
It's-
didn't know what we'd call it.
Yeah.
And our buddy Roland from out in Dallas sent us a text, and he's like, if y'all don't call this Juno Marrs, y'all are dumb as hell. And we're like, there it is.
It's perfect.
It is
for
perfect.
sure. And yeah, you guys, I mean, hit all the spots, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, we played in somebody's living room for a Christmas party.
Nice.
Funny story for drummers. You want to tell the story about the rug?
So,
I'll tell it.
okay, so we get to the party we're playing at, and I roll my rug out.
Nice house. Nice house
yeah,
out
by Memphis State. Beautiful house. So I roll my rug out, and it's got all the chippings and you know, all the memories.
The shrapnel.
Yeah.
10, 15 years.
Right.
You know, it looks beautiful.
Right.
So the husband comes out and he starts vacuuming the rug, and I'm like just staring. I'm staring at it, and he's like, "Did I do something wrong?" And I'm like, "Only 20 years worth of memories right there, man."
Like,
He's
so-
like, "I'm so sorry. I'm sorry." So like
now-
then his wife comes out, and he goes back in the room, and his wife goes, "My husband just came back there and he said, I think I've offended the drummer. I think Donnie's mad." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Not mad. I'm just crying a little bit." You know?
now
But yeah.
his
Yeah, and now it's clean.
you look like a
Now it's clean.
you look like a novice
I
drummer.
look
Right.
like
Right.
such a rookie.
Yeah, no.
Such a. Do you still have that rug?
Yes.
Do you still use it?
Yeah.
But there's
Oh,
no
yeah.
there's no
Nice.
evidence of wood
There's
shedding.
no
Yeah.
evidence. No.
I mean, not you haven't built it up since then.
There's so many chippings you can do at a Juno Marrs show with hot rods.
right.
So, you know. So
Well, you guys need to play some Jason Aldean.
God.
Do we now?
I mean, Donnie had to.
I did.
He did.
I did.
Yeah. She's country. Yay.
That song rocks though.
It is fun to play,
rock.
but
That's
I had to do it so much,
Oh yeah.
even outside of Derek Joseph.
Yeah.
You know, I just had to play in Nashville. a
Derek
lot.
was fun to play with because he's got the set list, he's got the tempos,
Oh yeah.
he's got the intro.
Mhm.
It,
Yeah.
He
Derek's
had it
a-
all
he's-
lined out just the
Derek's
way.
a fun show to play.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt.
Yeah, me and
Yeah.
Jeff ended up doing a lot of fun stuff with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summer of 22, 23, both the years. You know, you
I
got
hope he
hit
gets
a
out and
bus.
does it again.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not looking good.
He
Yeah.
sold the bus, I believe. And, you know, Derek, for the years I've known him, he'll stop, sell everything off, and then ramp back up, buy all the shit again, stop,
Dang.
sell everything off.
Build
That's
a fence,
awesome.
come back and sing.
Yep. But, well, cool.
Let me just go out and say I don't mind
Yes.
playing She's Country.
Yeah.
I was in a band that did She's Country. We did
Probably Hicktown.
don't don't
Oh yeah.
don't.
That's She's Country.
That's She's
Okay,
Country,
so
yeah.
we did
Yeah.
Probably
I get
Hicktown
'em
was
all
the other.
confused.
Hicktown was another big one.
there's a Luke Bryan song that we used to
Country girl, shake
Oh,
it for
my
me.
God.
Yes.
That's a
Country
fun
girl,
song.
shake it.
I could go my entire life never hearing that
I'm
song
almost
again.
positive the Cow Tippers crushed that song too.
I think so. I think so.
I don't see.
When we get the Chips in the band, we had to have played that.
I was only in that band for maybe a year or so, so I enjoy playing those. We don't do them anymore, but
Yeah.
those songs freaking rock.
Not to keep harping on Aldean, but another cool part about playing that stuff is it's like drop C sharp. It's lower
Right.
keys.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
You know, but anyways,
We
fuck you.
saw him. At,
Fuck you, Aldean. I just had to throw that in there.
We saw him at Kicks on Bill when he was
Really?
first starting out. There's like 8 people out there,
Oh,
and now
that's-
he's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's doing
Oh, yeah.
okay for himself.
Yeah, he kind
Yeah.
of blew up a little
we
bit.
were playing at the what was it called before it was a tin roof? The Hard Rock.
Yep.
Yeah, we were playing there, and Aldine was across the street.
So,
Well, I did. You may have been with me, but I did a gig downtown. I can't remember where it was now, but across the street, Luke Combs was playing, and he was just getting started
dang.
at that time. Like nobody knew who he was. He was just
I
up
don't
and
remember
coming.
this.
Yeah, you may not have been there, but I thought
We
you
played
were.
a show together. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
With Derek,
He's a drummer.
No, it wasn't Derek. It was one of our. It may have been Nick Garrison.
sort of,
Jeff's a drummer, and
was
you
Nick-
were playing bass
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah.
sort of.
Kind of
Even
like
then,
a rhythm section. No, it was Nick Garrison. It was a Nick Garrison show.
really, I thought Luke Combs was. Oh,
Very early.
yes, whatever hit
Remember?
that was.
And he was playing outside. He was like at the little outside amphitheater across the street. What's the venue with the Stacks light behind it? It says Stacks on the wall.
Alfred's.
Alfred's. That's where we were playing.
Okay.
And it was across the street from Alfred's.
All right, I'm going to edit this part out. I'm just
Yep.
kidding.
That's fine.
All right,
Won't be the first time.
So post Gabby, I just moved. I moved out here in 2011, and I don't know when, but I started seeing this band FuriousGeorge. Was that an early band that you guys started doing together post Gabby?
I don't know when that started.
I don't want to throw people under the bus with specific timelines.
You can
but
edit anything.
All right, who's in Furious
That was-
George? We got to
that was-
name everybody.
Okay.
Charlie Belt,
Okay.
Brian Penlack, they're both from Twin Soul,
Yeah.
and then me and Juno.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got our own little version of a super group with Furious George.
Yeah,
Yeah.
another great name.
I love the name and the
Yeah.
logo. It's fantastic.
For some reason, all of Juno's bands there for a point had angry names in them. Furious George, Angry Eddie.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Angry Eddie.
I did do that. That was funny.
He called me he texted me one night. He said, "Hey, can you play blah blah blah?" And I was like, "Yeah. Okay, cool. We'll call it Angry Eddie that night." And I'm like, "Okay."
Who came up with cow tippers? Was that
Forgot
you,
I did
Donnie?
that.
Yeah.
That's kind of angry.
Yeah,
It's aggressive.
it is aggressive.
Poor cows.
Yeah.
Pissed off. We did Pissed Off Pete.
There you
I don't
go.
remember. I don't remember that.
But Juno, you were in a band with Donnie Smith, right?
Yes, that was the band that did the Jason Aldean.
And what was the name of that band? Because that might be the band I'm thinking of. Because
That was
I saw you guys at
Kid Ego.
I
That's
remember
what-
Kid Ego.
That's
yes.
who I'm thinking of, and I saw you guys at the Boiling Point.
Yes.
Yeah,
Way back
Kid Ego.
when.
Kid Ego had great potential.
Had
Yeah.
Zach on drums.
Hell, I would
Zach-
guess it had great potential with the
And
players. that
the
were in
bass
it.
player's name
Danny.
Thomas.
Danny.
Not Thomas.
Not Thomas.
Katie's
Why am I Danny?
It's Danny.
Edwards.
Danny Edwards.
Danny.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Danny.
That's the band I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Danny lives in Washington D.C. now.
Yeah, he's in the
He's in the Secret Service.
yeah. It's a secret. But yeah, that's that band I thought of. So
Yeah, that was a good one.
So I would gather when Gabby ends, you're just trying to build projects, right?
Exactly.
Just
Yeah.
to stay busy and keep working.
And Donnie, he had a band called the Living Daylights that might have been kind of stopping. And so it just worked out that I was available when Living Daylights was kind of finishing. So that just came together. That was the one band I've been in that we actually did things that were difficult. I pride myself on doing songs with 3 chords. Like I wrote our song Is What It Is. Was one of my favorite songs that we've ever done.
Yeah.
2 chords.
Some
Wow.
of the
You
biggest
strip it
hits
right
in
down.
history had 3 chords.
I don't like, if you're doing Rush, I respect you,
Sure.
but I ain't finna do that.
Right.
You know, I'm
Understood.
like, you can't jump up and down and do back bends and stuff and play Rush.
And play Alex Lifeson.
So I tell people all the time, they're like, dude, you're awesome at guitar. I'm like, really, I'm not. I'm playing 3 chords. You just think I'm awesome because I do it standing on top of the
Because I
table.
also do
Do it on
calisthenics.
top of the table.
Because I'm doing it while I run across the bar. You think that's cool, so you think you think I know what I'm doing, but I'm just playing 3 chords.
And you just did this recently in Philadelphia at the Silver Star.
Correct,
I
yeah.
saw that video, and I'm
And-
sure the
I haven't
casino
seen this.
managers were happy about that.
I don't know, but it was a concrete bar, so it's fine.
I have not seen
Those tables are immovable. So I felt confident that nothing bad was going to happen.
Table hopping.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Yeah, so Kid Ego's
Yeah, Kid
doing his
Ego
thing.
did things like Africa and
Oh yeah.
just some of that kind of stuff that
Yep.
I'm not really interested in doing now.
How long did that band go for? Or was it one of those deals where it's just whenever you could find dates? And
No. It was a thing. Like we had a logo.
I remember it.
That's official.
I remember you guys were hot and heavy there
Yeah,
for a minute. And
I
I kind of wondered. I was like, where did they go when it all?
Yes,
quit seeing
it
stuff?
seems like maybe a few years it lasted,
Yeah.
and then I just went on to something else. I got fired from that band, and
oh damn!
yeah,
All right. I mean,
let's
let's talk about
story.
this.
That's a story that I will not tell.
Oh damn! I get it totally.
Yep. We get it.
So I went from Kid Ego to a band with Jay Stone. Anybody remember Jay Stone?
I do not.
Okay.
We were
Yeah.
called. What was that band called? Say It Ain't So.
Okay.
So that was Say It Ain't So, and we did a year or two.
You missed a lot of stuff on the sheet here.
I don't
brother.
know all their bands.
Well, yeah,
I did
no.
my best on Facebook, brother.
Yeah, no,
I did my best.
A few of them were, whatever.
Right.
But right after Say It Ain't So, something happened it was one of those things at Hadley's where everybody just gets up and plays.
Yeah.
And the four, me, Zach, Vince Leffler, and Dave Norshak, Zach Horvath,
Yep.
just got on stage and did something. And at that time, none of us, like Dave was still in the Rednecks, but he was like ready to get out of the Rednecks,
Right.
I think. And so we were all just in a limbo. And so
Right.
we're like, let's just do this.
Yeah. I'm trying to
That's
get.
Triple Annie, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to get Dave to come on here and do an interview. Dave, please.
Yeah, come on.
We
man.
love you, Dave. I know you don't think you want to talk.
Dave's
to
not
us.
here.
Yeah, Dave's not here.
But throughout all of this, Juno Marrs is doing their thing.
Yeah, constantly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I book Juno Marrs now more than Triple Annie, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Well, we see your Juno Cal.
I appreciate that too because I have a car note now. So I really appreciate
I love
that.
the Juno Cal post because then you click the image and it fills the whole phone screen.
Yeah. So I originally did that for my own self. I was like, because I had FuriousGeorge. This was back when I had several gigs per month with different bands.
Right.
And I was getting the checks.
Sure.
So I had to know who to pay. So I had to keep up with what gig is with what band and which people and all that. And then I was like, I could just send this to people and they'll know which band's playing where.
And then Donnie's like, man, I just got $1,000. What happened here? Oh, shit.
So the Juno Cal was born.
Yeah. I mean, you stay busy, dude.
I try.
Is there a Donnie cow?
Just not, yeah. The Juno cow. The Juno cow is the Donnie cow.
I mean, now, Donnie, throughout all of this, are you only doing the Juno Marrs stuff? And because I know you
Yeah.
you started raising your son, right? You had a child,
I have a 7-year-old.
started a family.
Yep.
And then that was kind of just it, along with Juno Marrs, right?
Yeah, I was playing a lot with KC too.
That's right. We're gonna bring up
She lives
KC
in
Johns.
Nashville, and it's hard to do her dates with a day job. So
Yeah,
she's got a good team and a good band travels with her. And
for sure.
she's doing good.
She'll be.
I think she releases a song every other week. So
Well, that's how you do it now,
She's a
right?
man.
That's how you do it.
she works hard.
And she'll be playing in front of the courthouse here in Hernando again in June. Are you going to be doing that with her?
I don't know. Am I KC? I don't know.
Are you listening? Watching? But yeah, she, the Chamber of Commerce hosts that series in June where every Thursday of June they have music. And Siboney Swatzina, the director, loves KC. Perennial there every year. So you should call her.
She's a
See if she needs you.
Yeah.
She's a staple.
Yeah.
Hernando,
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. I know her mother, Darlene.
Yep.
and,
Good people.
Very good.
So
Very nice.
she's from Hernando,
Yes.
right?
Oh, from here.
Yeah.
I guess Hernando.
She's from Hernando.
She is
Okay.
from
Yeah.
Hernando. Yeah.
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 Now residing in
And
Nashville.
Vegas.
and I'm going to put a picture up now with both of you with Casey. So, Juno, have you done work with her as well?
Yeah, just random things. There's been some casino things where, for some reason, for a little while, the Horseshoe requested a 5-piece band on the weekends or a 4-piece band. They're like, well, they want to see more people on stage to make it look like.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's
You got a
retarded.
blow up doll.
That's retarded because you're literally decreasing the value of the band by adding somebody that don't know what we're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I would add her to those sometimes. And I think she'd probably call me.
Did you hear that, Casey? He watered down the band
Just
with
for you.
Made the band worse by adding you, Casey.
made it look better. No.
The Furious George, we're actually in her Maybe It Was Memphis video.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was fun.
Along with Boo Mitchell.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's a sort of known guy.
Yeah, he's
Done a few
kind of
things.
popular.
I keep trying to get KC to hire me and Donnie to go to Norway with her.
Yeah, she does a lot of cruise ships
Man,
too.
I want to do some.
Yeah.
Nice.
I want to play. I went to Europe for 2 weeks and planned on forcing myself onto a stage or a street, something to play something somewhere, but I didn't do it. So
Why not?
He was too busy crying because he was like, I bet the Beatles stepped there too.
I went to Liverpool.
He went to Liverpool.
Oh man, that must have been awesome.
Yeah.
You just did a huge Italy trip last year, right? Yeah, you saved all your
went
tips for years,
yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah, that's a funny story because me and my daughter were going to go to Italy. She did a project in second grade on Italy, and she's like, I want to ride in a gondola. How old were you in second grade? 10? That's 8?
No, I was 6.
Yeah, okay.
6, 7.
So very young. I want to ride on gondola. I was like, awesome. I forgot.
You had to Google what a gondola was.
So she did some modeling, made some money, and of course, a 9-year-old's not spending money. She didn't have anything to spend her money on. I was like, you give me $1,000. I'll do the rest. Me and you will go to Italy for 2 weeks. I already speak. I spent a summer in Spain, so I speak Spanish. Italian's a lot like Spanish.
Okay.
I started learning Italian. I'm like, me and you are going to Italy. Blah, 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 blah. Look up Airbnbs. Airbnb. She's tiny. Even she's 10, but she's also tiny for a 10-year-old.
Right.
She's 16 now, but anyway, at the time I was planning this, Airbnbs for 1-bedroom Airbnbs, $40, $30.
Right.
The high ones were like $80.
Yeah.
So it's like, we're going for 2 weeks. This is fixing to be awesome. Saved tips, had the money, COVID.
Oh,
And I was like, we ain't going to Europe.
Sorry.
yeah.
And then none of us got the shot. So there for a while, you could go, but you had to have the vaccine.
Right.
And I was like, we ain't going.
Yeah.
And then I told her, I was like, if we're going to go, and I'm still saving tip money. I was like, if we're going to Italy, we might as well go see Paris and
Right.
we can go to Liverpool, because my kids are Beatles fans. My son,
Well done, Dad. Well done.
My son heard Liverpool and he was like, I want to go. And I was like, cool. It'll be me and my 2 kids and it'll be awesome. And then my wife found out that we're also going to Spain. And this is getting retarded. I spent a summer in Spain. The people that I stayed with have kids my kids' age. One of their kids stayed with us for a summer.
Okay.
We freaking love this kid. His name's Mateo. We fell in love with him. He's awesome.
Right.
And so my wife found out we were going to Spain, and she was like, you're not going to see Mateo without me. So my trip for 2 turned into a trip for 5.
Nice.
So then I had
And
to save.
throughout Europe, not just one
so
stop.
we went to Spain and Italy and Paris and London and Liverpool, and it was awesome, but it costs.
Man, shout out to the tippers.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, hell yeah.
You got to make
Absolutely.
sure that Mateo and his family watch this
They're coming here next
because
summer. I
we
think.
could blow up in Spain.
Yeah.
I mean, this
That's
could
true.
be huge.
I think we are in Spain. I think we get like 1 download a month in Spain.
Maybe this will be 2.
There you go.
You doubled your downloads.
So 2 weeks out in Europe.
Yeah, 16 days total. Of course, half of that was traveling. But yeah, we did too much. I planned the whole thing, but I was thinking, is this too much? Am I cramming too much?
Right.
And I was like, no, we're probably never going again. We got to see everything. And it was too much.
Yeah.
We could have done half of what we did.
Yeah, and have more chill time and
Yeah.
just experience. And,
Yeah. So if we ever do it again, I'm literally doing half the stuff.
Cool. Donnie,
Yes, sir.
have you traveled abroad at all?
Think.
Outside of DeSoto County?
Didn't you go to Arcabutler? Didn't you go to Arcabutler one time?
Twice. I've been there twice.
Jimmy Fulp
I've done
does
the
a lot of
mudslides.
traveling.
Yes, he
you
does.
could go with him.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
he
right.
Yeah. We went out to Red Rocks last May.
Nice.
And saw the Turnpike Troubadours
There you go.
at Red Rocks. And went to Tulsa last month and saw my wife's favorite, Zach Bryan.
There you go.
But Not too much traveling.
Yeah.
Went to the beach last year.
You gotta talk Casey into letting us go with her one time,
KC. Juno wants me and him to go to Norway with you.
or anywhere.
Just do
away.
something. Away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we come to Nashville with you?
No.
Is that traveling?
No.
I'm more of a homebody.
Doesn't really
You know,
count.
Yeah.
I'm more of a homebody.
I'd rather go do a gig in Iceland or something.
Iceland. She does a lot of cruises too.
Yeah.
That's got to be a bear though, because you're gone for a long time when you do those. I think she does like multiple month-long contracts.
Yeah.
I always dreamed about doing that, and now it's like you couldn't pay me enough to go on a ship.
I bet she would do this. She would do this
Yeah.
podcast
Well,
with you
yeah,
guys.
make that happen.
KC will make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She hasn't done this one.
No, she will now.
No.
You heard it here, folks.
She will.
So I want to touch on Juno's other stuff, like the apparel and photography and all the. I mean, you're a entrepreneur personified.
Let's not get carried away.
But you're a hustler, man. You do a lot of different things.
If you have a job that makes you $11,000 a year, you have to
Gotta hustle.
You got to have 6 of them.
Right.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Trust me.
My kids, I joke with my kids about. I'm like, if you want to learn how to clear $12,000 a year,
Man, I hear you.
I can show you how to do that.
I'm your man.
Man, there was a period I was in a few bands and a church band. I drove for Uber and Lyft. I hosted trivia nights.
Yeah.
I get it, man.
Yeah.
You know,
I would rather enjoy several jobs
than
have
a day
one
job.
that I don't want to be.
Same
I
here.
married someone that makes great money.
Same here.
That's
Same
the way
here.
you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same there.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Donnie here.
Musicians aren't idiots. We understand
Right.
how this works.
So outside of Juno Marrs and KC, you doing anything else, Donnie?
Not really.
Yeah.
Working at a place called Pro Tank over in Olive Branch.
I know where
How
that
long
is.
have you been
I've
there?
bought a tank
I've been there
from
about
Pro Tank.
3.5 years, probably.
Didn't you work at a dealership?
I did.
For a minute?
I sold cars for a minute.
Yeah.
It's fun when you're selling, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You meet a lot of different people. So
What was it like going from 18 years of not having a day job with Gabby Johnson to then jumping into day job world?
it was really weird
Yeah, I bet.
because, like, you're waking up at 5:30 or 6 in the morning when normally you're sleeping till 10 or 11.
Plus
you
resume, right? How do you get
Resume.
how do you get that first
They're
job?
like, well, what were you doing these 18 years? I'm like, it's rocking out, man. I'm like, what were you doing?
None of your business.
Yeah,
I found
sort of a gap here, sir.
I found an old picture on the Gabby Johnson page, which still exists.
Yes.
And you guys, and basically you do like 20 to 25 dates in a month.
Mm-hmm.
You guys were slamming.
Yeah.
And the Gold Strike thing definitely helped that, right?
Right. Yeah.
It was like that would pad a good month, and then you just throw in some club dates around it.
Yep.
Yeah, we had a budget that we were trying. I think we were trying to make.
Yeah, we stuck to a certain. No matter where we played or what we made, we
Got a salary,
we
right?
got a salary.
Yeah.
but,
Ourselves a
but
check
for us to get our amount, we had to book 20,000 a month or something, $20,000 worth of gigs. Or I don't remember what the number was because I didn't do it. Joey's
That was Joey's.
Joey's mom and stepdad did that,
They were your manager in a way.
Yeah.
and so they did it. So if we had 2 gigs a week or 6 gigs a week, we still made the same amount of money. And
Yeah, you'd have
because
that cash flow
Yeah, they
for a
booked
slower month.
They
Yeah.
booked it on a monthly thing. That was really
That's
cool.
the way to do it. And then you have that,
Man,
like I
what-
said, that cash flow.
What a
That,
bunch of babies.
Look at that.
I just pulled this up.
No,
I
look,
haven't
ain't
seen
they
this.
precious?
I have that
Oh,
picture. Yeah.
Crazy.
That's cotton gin.
That
That's
is
a
cotton
cotton
wow.
gin.
Yep.
Throw that picture up there.
Look at Donnie.
Hey,
Oh,
He
it's-
looked like a little boy.
Is that the header? Is that the header picture? Is the page
It's the-
header?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. By now, everyone's seeing it because I will have found it and put it up for sure.
There's one picture that's got that, and then it's got like 10 years
I think
later.
I think
and
that.
now we're 10 years from that.
Yeah,
picture.
we need to take another picture.
Yeah. The 4 of us have not been in the same room in 11 years.
Wow.
Like the night that we quit playing together, like we haven't been in the same room since.
That's a crime.
So since
really is.
Maria's
Seriously.
Cantina, we haven't been in the same
Well, what's
room.
going on with that? Is it just
I don't know.
schedules
It
or
just doesn't
happen?
It just doesn't happen. Like
Yeah.
the 3 of us,
I mean,
but not the 4 of us.
I personally
So when you
think
say
there
the-
should be a show.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't disagree with that.
Let's
Yeah.
make it happen. What's the holdup?
Yeah. So when
Travis?
you say the 3 of us, is that you 2 and Joey?
Travis, please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
us two and Joey, or us two and Travis, like at church or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, who's holding this up? Come on,
So-
call them out. Let's
so
throw
me
them under
and-
the bus.
Me and Donnie and Joey have a thing called GJ3,
Yeah.
Really?
which is I can also
I was
send
not
you.
aware of
Send me
this.
this picture.
Send you that one.
Yeah.
But the spot. Y'all remember the spot?
I do
here in
remember
Atlanta?
the spot.
So we did a gig. Was it just one gig? Was that the only time we ever did it?
it can't be.
We've got a logo.
Well, it's official.
You see
That
this?
makes it official.
So we have a logo guy. His name is Blair. He lives out in Dallas, and
Okay.
anytime we need a logo, we'll text him at 3:00 in the morning. Hey, can you make a logo for Nerd Alert?
Text,
Yeah.
And
Facebook
then a
message
week
me or
later-
whatever. Yeah.
A week later at 2:00 in the morning, he'll send you back a logo.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one. Like
Yeah,
the
he
first
did-
one he
We may
sends
need
back.
to, we need
It's like he doesn't send you.
we may need to talk to him, Jeff.
It's like
Yeah.
I've never asked him, "Hey, can you blah, blah, blah?" It's like you ask him for something, he sends it back, and you're like, "Yeah, that's it.
absolutely
That's
perfect.
Thank
That's
you."
great.
He
Talk to you
did
next year.
He did the Gabby Johnson logo on the last CD. He designed the whole thing. He did the Furious'George. He did the Juno Marrs. He did the GJ3.
He didn't do the cow tippers.
He did the Dr. Pepper 23 flavors.
He literally, for real.
Like
No
when we
kidding.
first
This is- this is
met
his
him,
work right here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He worked for Cadbury Schweppes, and he was on The Apprentice when
We know people.
How did you meet this guy?
We were playing out in
people.
Dallas,
The Gabby,
in Frisco, Texas.
the Gabby years.
We were playing out there at a place called Cruisers,
Cruisers.
and there was this couple of families. The place was packed every time we played there. I don't know why they liked us. So the first time we're playing,
Probably Juno's back bends.
I'll never forget it. We're playing. We open with "Can't You See," and we get done playing, and the place went crazy. We were like, "Oh crap, shit! Anybody else play here?" So we met these 4 or 5 families, and they're like, "Man, y'all need to stay with us when y'all come to town." So about the 8th or 9th time we come to town, we're like, "All right, we're gonna stay. We'll stay with y'all."
We kind of split up. I
Yeah.
stayed with Blair, and different people stayed with different people, but they took us in, and like, man, we couldn't have done the Dallas thing without them.
Yeah.
So to Joe and Scott and all the, man,
To Joe,
Those
Scott,
people.
Blair, Doug,
Roland,
Roland,
Yeah.
the other Scott.
Salzman.
It is cool making friends on the road when you circle through more than
And that's
once.
how
The
we
next
met
thing you
Troy
know- yeah.
Aikman.
True.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
I didn't mean to name drop. I'm sorry.
No, name drop.
No, we got a
Doug.
big Dallas
Lots
Cowboys
of people
fan
say
right
that's
here.
how I met Derek and Jeff. It happens all the time.
Yeah. Troy Aikman's hands are the size of this table right here.
Really?
Yeah.
Imagine shaking hands with somebody whose hand is that big. How emasculated you feel. You're like,
So yeah, let's talk Cowboys.
No,
Donnie.
let's talk what
Let's-
an
let's
idiot
don't.
they are.
Let's
with-
don't.
America's team, right?
Yeah.
Donnie, you have something to say about a recent move the Cowboys made?
I've got a lot of things to
They
say.
hired
about
a
it.
hell of a coach.
I don't watch football.
It's okay. He'll be gone in 2 years.
It would be like
Yeah.
it would be like this. It would be like, I have a guitar. I have a guitar.
Right.
It would be like somebody saying, "Hey man, we want you to be our guitar player." Me saying, "Okay,"
Yeah.
and I'm the guitar player now in the band.
But you'd be the guitar player for
I have a guitar.
Aerosmith.
Yeah, something like that. It's like this guy.
for Ingve.
This guy was hired by the former coach because he's buddies with him. So the former coach called all the plays on offense. So he hired the guy just to basically give him a job, hang around Dak on the sideline, and make sure Dak has his helmet before he goes out there. Here's your helmet, sir. And now he's the head coach.
Yeah. Well, at least we
Oh
know
wait, Dak, you forgot your helmet
Yeah.
here.
Dak will have a helmet.
So now this guy's the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
We'll
would
see.
be like my 7-year-old son being the manager for the New York Yankees.
I agree.
I'm
You're a
sorry.
Cubs fan, though.
We took a left.
We
turn
are both
back.
Cubs
We are
fans.
both Cubs fans.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why Wrigley's name is Wrigley.
Yeah.
That's right. How old's your son now?
He's 7.
7.
7 years old.
That's awesome, man.
And he likes Marvel and Avengers and Star Wars and everything else I know nothing about.
That's a cool kid. I know all
He
about
needs to
that
hang out with
stuff.
Josh Haynes.
He'll say he'll say, "Daddy, what's your favorite Star Wars blah 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 character and blah blah blah?" And I'll say a certain movie and I'll say a character and he'll go, "He wasn't even born yet."
Yeah.
And I'm like, Okay, how did you know that?
Thanks, son.
Yeah, you're 7. He's like, he wasn't even born in that episode. I'm like, okay. My bad.
So, fun segue. Josh Haynes is going to connect us to Ajax Apparel
Okay.
because you do the work.
I do,
for
yeah.
Area 51, and I wish I should have worn the Area 51 shirt. One of them, I have 3. I should have worn one for that to show off Juno's work. But yeah, you do awesome.
It's
Yeah.
that color
Apparel
too. It's that gray and black.
Yeah, I got two of his baseball tees, and I ordered. We both got one of the pink ones you made
Okay.
for cancer awareness.
So, yeah, I started the T-shirt thing because I was in 4 bands.
Sure.
And I was like, I'm not fixing to order. Like, I wanted shirts.
Right.
But I'm like, I'm not fixing to order 100 for this band and 100 for this.
It can get a little expensive.
You got to order a bunch to get a good deal or whatever.
Right.
So I was like, I'll just do it myself, and it's fun, and it's at home. So I don't do screen print, and I do what's called transfers. So it's real. I should have worn one.
Yeah,
I thought you had a hoodie.
Oh yeah, it's on my hoodie. Anyway, they're really
We can get Dallas's football coach to hand it to you.
the transfers are really, really thin.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can't.
I'll put
That's
it in
not
front
like
of the camera
paint. Like screen printing is paint.
Right.
But that's just really thin and
sideways here.
Yeah, that's okay.
So is that the press? You like lay it down and then you
yeah.
press
It's,
it?
yep.
My
Alrighty.
first job was at Smith and Brumley
Smith and Brumley.
in high school, and I had, every team in the county came
Right.
to Smith and Brumley.
Yeah.
So I had to cut the letters out for the team names, put it down, make sure it's straight, and then run that presser.
And how old
For
were
like
you at
50
this point?
Man, I was 15 or
I
16.
guarantee there's some crooked names out there.
Dude, there are some messed up jerseys out there.
Some crooked names out there.
Some of the letters got stuck to the press that come back
Yeah,
up.
yeah, that's part
You're
of
like,
it.
That was a fun job.
You're like, I just need to play drums.
That was a
Fuck
fun
all
job.
this shit.
So yeah, I started the T-shirt thing for so I could stay at home, and now I sold 2 shirts last night, $40.
Hey, yeah.
when you make 100 at the gig
Yeah.
and you sell,
yeah. Why not?
Whatever.
It's a hustle. I love it.
Yeah.
So we got to wrap this up. We could talk for hours, but man, thanks for all doing this.
Yeah,
Seeing
fun,
y'all.
for sure.
Thanks for coming in. Thanks for watching, listening. If you do, I know you mentioned you watch a few. We appreciate the
yeah, I've
support.
watched 20.
Right.
20. Nice. That's 20 too many probably for some.
No, it's good. I like this. This is awesome. I appreciate y'all doing this.
Man,
Yeah.
thank you guys for coming in.
And I should apologize because we canceled on you guys. I think that's when I had pneumonia.
Yeah.
We had to cancel on you all before. So they were supposed to be on last year, but now here we are. Made it happen.
Yeah.
And man, it's just cool to see y'all. And we need a Gabby Johnson reunion.
I agree.
I agree. We do.
If you guys are out catching a show and you see a drummer walk in with a suitcase, his wife didn't kick him out of the house. He's just going to play that thing.
So, I mean, you need to follow Juno so you get all the dates. I know Donnie posts dates too, but the Juno Cal's where to go.
Yeah.
So you can see.
It's always pinned at the top of my Facebook
So you
page.
got Juno Marrs, Triple Annie, FuriousGeorge.
And I post every time I play with
Yeah, yes, you do. Yep.
Facebook, go to Donnie Marrs. So
Yep. And then
2 R's.
2 R's. Donnie
2
Marrs.
R's.
2 R's. 2 R's.
We're going to work on the
Yeah.
Donnie Cal, but we don't know if that's going to happen or not.
Yeah.
Ajax Apparel's got a
I'm
Facebook
pretty lazy
page.
when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Juno Photography has a page.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I don't do much on that, but it's there.
And Gabby Johnson still has a page.
We do.
We do.
I'm still calling for a reunion. There's a lot of guys named Travis. It doesn't have to be the original. I mean,
The singer in Aces Wild's name's
His name is Travis. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So, yeah, follow them so you can support Joey. They're a great band.
yeah.
Power Trio.
Yes,
those guys.
they're awesome.
Power Trio.
All right.
Well, very cool, y'all.
The drummer has a problem though. He's a St. Louis Cardinals fan.
So
So
here we go, sports again.
Not
Paul
good.
has a problem.
Yeah, we've got some Dodgers fans that watch the show too. And
I'm pretty sure my Red Sox swept them in the World Series in 2004. I'm just saying.
Wow, 2004.
it's been a minute. Yeah.
But all right, y'all. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I mean, what can I say? Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Go to therhythmsectionpod.com, y'all. That's where you can find everything. We got entire catalog of episodes on there. YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram. All the links are there.
Yeah, and thanks to our sponsors. Without you guys, none of this happens. If you're interested in being a sponsor, you can email us at therhythmsectionpod2022@gmail.com or just reach out to us on Facebook. I'm always on Facebook.
We're easy to find there. And to everyone that has donated in the past and hopefully the future, right? Thank you. Because you guys are awesome. Last year, man, a lot of people did step up.
Yep.
It was awesome.
Yep.
You can donate to our tip bucket by clicking on our Venmo and Cash App links in the description, or you can search the Rhythm Section Pod on either app.
Yeah, and catch In the Morning with Rick and Monica Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 2 p.m. Central on radio-memphis.com. We thank them for their support.
One last time, Juno Marrs in the house, everybody. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Hey, how you
Get
doing?
out and see a show.
2
Check
hours.
these guys out.
Two
Check
hours.
it.
2 hours in Mars.
2 hours.
Juno Marrs.
Yeah.
All right, take care, everybody.